Pretty solid for 3S power. This is the brand new Arrows 1400mm Sky Cruiser. It's a plug and play RC plane. It's got suspension on the nose wheel as well as lights all over it. I'm gonna quit talking and we're gonna see what's going on inside the box. This is a look at all the parts and pieces included inside the box. This fuselage looks really nice. We've got a really nice looking light kit. If you look at that main wing, got a really nice landing light. And we've got the nice bright navigation lights on either wingtip, which is really cool. And as I'm looking around, there are more parts and pieces than I anticipated needing. There's some glue that is required. And there are some control horns that are needing to be installed. So I'm going to wrap this part up and I'm going to dedicate some time to assembling it. That way we can see how this thing looks fully assembled. All right guys, this is the Sky Cruiser. You last saw it in parts and pieces on the bed, and it took a little longer to assemble it than I had anticipated, and I wanted to get out and fly it. John was ready with his, so we're going to do the Maiden Flight right now. But before we do that, I'm going to plug this bad boy in. And this is a bottom feeder. So I'm going to plug this in because it's got to calibrate the gyro system.
Yeah, you want it level.
Keep it nice and level.
And all the surfaces will go. Go.
There we go. And as you can see, we've got nice landing lights and nice nav lights, solid night lights, and yeah, nothing really to do but set it up there. We got a flashing tail light, which is awesome. Nice pilot, of course. All right, we are going to do the Maiden Flight coming up next. Here we go, guys. There we go, getting off this nappy grass. I can say that almost immediately this thing feels really good. Usually I can tell right away. I've got very sensitive thumbs. I'm picky. And this thing's flying nice. So nice, in fact. I can fly it out there. Come in for that. Look at that landing light, John.
She bright.
Definitely. This is a Sky Cruiser. No doubt about it.
Looks real.
Very. And I know they call this Sky Cruiser, but let's be honest, this thing is a Cessna. See if we can get out there, get on the same plane as those real irrigators. Oh yeah, you guys. This is a peach. Now, if you have a small car and you're gonna have to tear this thing down and transport it, this may not be for you. The FMS Cessna, definitely. You can also get that at Hobby Zone. I will have a link in the description for both planes. But if you can transport this fully assembled and at the price it's at right now, you'd be crazy not to get it. This feels so locked in. And I'm flying at high rates, and of course I'll put those in the description of the video. But essentially I'm in high rates at 95% across the board in my Spectrum transmitter. Now I got the gift of John being able to fly his first. So I know that I can have a decent flight time on this. And I can really give it some goose if I want to. And that's what I'm going to do right here. Do a high-speed pass. Pretty solid for 3S power. All right, you gotta do a loop. Very nice. I am pleasantly surprised. Of course, most Aero's stuff flies really, really well, but I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen on this Maiden Flight.
Aero's has mastered the 3S scale airplanes.
They really have. Like John, what one did you have? The Corsair?
Yeah.
Corsair, that thing had tons of power.
It was awesome.
Beautiful, nice lights, even flew off this grass. Has an 1100 millimeter warbird. I haven't got my hands on one of those yet, but they definitely look good. Oh yeah. Hopefully I didn't go behind that sign for you, John.
Twice.
Twice, okay. All right.
All right, I got her.
John is the best cameraman in the business, and no one can tell me otherwise. Not that anyone would argue anyway. Okay, we're gonna test. All right, maybe just a touch down trim on my flight modes, but not much. Let's see what my full flap. I didn't toss in a ton of, oh wow, I put way too much down trim on that. I guesstimated far too much down trim on that one, but I'll trim out of it. There we go. Maybe that has to go back down. I'll get that worked out between now and when I land, which will probably be here pretty quick. So I'm guessing John's arms are getting a little tired at this point. Flying longer than I normally do with the EDF or a micro or anything like that. And sure enough, that's our 5-minute timer. So I'm gonna do a test approach. Of course, if it feels good, I'll put her down. But we'll count on it as a test approach for right now. It's all right. I think I had the elevator a little too high on the landing. It's all right. Not every maiden flight can be a greaser. I've had a lot of good landings recently on maiden flights. And look at how this thing taxis on this grass. This grass is horrible, guys. And this is a 3S civilian plane doing its thing, and it's even hitting the grass right there. That's funny. All right, when we come back, we're gonna see how much gas is left in this tank. Okay, 46% left in the tank. This is the battery I was using, not a spring chicken battery either. Guys, check the links in the description of the video. This thing flew a million times better than I thought it was going to with 3S power. I've got AR620 back there. That's where I've got things wired. I did have to add some servo extensions to the flaps to make everything work. It's a little bit of a tight fit in here. But with all that being said, for John VHRC, GBLynden, out.